Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Doing something a little different today. Doing a new series of vids I'm going to call the progression sessions. And what these vids will be about is basically where I'll pick an area on one of my local trails that I can work on in terms of improving my own bike skills, maybe pick different lines to improve the flow of the trail, and give you guys a bit of an insight into some of the local tracks out this way. So this particular line I've picked for this morning actually has about 3 or 4 different options, ranging from the easier sort of BC type line all the way through to your sort of pro line. So I'm going to break them down. So here is where the junction splits off. We've got the pro line just down here to the left. Very new trail, fairly high level of difficulty. Haven't even thought about hitting that yet, but that is my aim, is to work my way up to hitting that particular line. But the main trail has always headed down this way. So basically through this sort of rock slab area, it's always about keeping your brakes in check. Quite easy to lose control when you're riding on brakes with a little bit of the loose leaf and dirt over the top of it. But at this point here is where you get your first line choice. Now this particular trail, it diverges a couple of times, but it always ends up back on the same line eventually. But here is one of those places. So we've got 3 different choices that you can take to hit this particular point. So you've got your left side here, which I would call, I guess, your A line. So that's where the rock is, just here. So it's a drop, which we'll walk up to. All right, so the A line here, off the rock, and then you're down into the next section there. So the landing itself, it's not too bad. A couple of little roots and rocks jutting out to keep you on your toes. Make sure you don't run out of skill too quickly. Just another look at the A-line drop from this angle. And then when we go over here to the right-hand sort of side of things, you've got the middle line down through here, which is where you can hit the sort of the rut between the rocks and head down into the next section. Or you can go way outside to the right here and follow that down and around. Once you've made your line choice through there, it's going to then dictate what you do next. So here there are 2 choices. So you can go on the outside. It's a much smoother route from the initial look of things, and this is the way I've predominantly always gone, is to basically work your way down the rock face, take the left-hander, and then it sort of straightens out the next section of trail. Or you've got the left-hand side here, which is where you continue down the rock face, before making a bit of a left and then joining back onto the main line there. Here's another look at that section from just down below. So the outside line that I pointed out before comes down here and around, whereas the inside line is a much more direct route down the rock face, down through here, over these rocks, and then we head on down the trail. Now, because of the speed that you end up usually carrying, there's not really too much choice down here. You're basically working your way through these rocks, pretty much around the outside, which you can sort of see the line there in the dirt, and then you're hitting the berm around to the right. All right, I'm going to start with the right-hand side first. I'll work through here, into the groove, and there, around the corner. And round we go. Right, now we're going to try the left line here. This then links up with the next section, which is part of what I want to progress on doing. There's a drop just around the corner, so let's go check that out. So once you've worked your way down the hill, so you're coming down through here, over these rocks, down through the well, the left side from this angle, and then you're coming into this nice berm with a decent amount of speed. So you come in through here, it's pretty easy, and then obviously, as you can see, the trail works its way down through here through the gap in the rocks. One of the things I'm going to look at doing today is I'm going to look at using the berm, which looks like the builders have conveniently merged straight into this rock face here. So I reckon that there should be an opportunity there to basically wall ride the rock here and drop off the side down here back onto the trail again. That looks like it'd be a bit of fun. And then the next feature that I'm looking to finish off this particular session with is right here. So the trail, and the way that I've always generally taken, just follows its way down through here. But as you can see, there's a bit of a ramp here that's been built up onto this rock. So you roll up the rock, up over the top, work your way down to the left, and then it's basically a huck to flat. So you take a drop down onto, join back onto the main trail again, and work your way further down. Alright, so that wraps up today's progression session. Really happy with how it all went, as I managed to hit everything that I wanted to as part of this session. Sessioned all the lines back up the hill there, including the drop, and then worked my way down, did the wall ride on the rock, and then the drop here behind me, which are all things that I had not ever sort of attempted to do. I just sort of stuck to the main line and hadn't really ventured off it, so I'm really happy with how that session went. If you really like this video, leave me some comments down below, smash that subscribe button if you're not already done so, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video, where I'll look to move on to some other sections of trails down here. There's some big jumps in this particular trail, including a couple of road gaps, which again, these are things that I've not hit before, and really sort of trying to psych myself up to doing them, but again, riding alone makes that really quite difficult. So if you're in the area, hit me up if you want to organize a ride. I'd love to meet some people out here that I can ride with, that can obviously help me progress my skills and improve my riding. Catch you in the next video. Whew. Ow.